Hi everyone, how are you? I've been feeling down since March. Coincidentally, I stumbled upon By Felicia's 50 Reasons to Live video. Seeing that, I decided to make 5 reasons I kept going and 5 reasons I will keep going. There's a bonus reason why I keep living, so please continue watching till the end to know what the reason is. Let me start with the first 5 reasons why I kept going. Firstly, it was cutting my hair. Since 2015, I felt the urge to cut my hair, but it peaked in 2021 where I had a small mental breakdown. Cutting my hair off felt like I was telling my problems, if you're too much, I'm just going to shut you down. You cannot control me. And also, shorter hair is easier to maintain. So, I have loved this hair and I've been rocking it since 2021. I don't think I'll be going back to long hair anytime soon. Full disclosure, a few years later, I got LASIK surgery to correct my vision. I had been wearing specs since like 2003-4ish. I think I got my vision corrected in 2022. So I had been wearing specs for a really long time. The main reason I agreed to get a LASIK surgery was because people would tell me I looked like my paternal grandmother. This wouldn't have tormented me if it wasn't a backhanded compliment. Other than this paternal grandmother thing, people would make fun of me for wearing specs. So when you're a child and people make fun of you, right? You find it funny. So any chance I got, I would just remove my specs. Even if I was as blind as a bat, I said I'll deal with the blindness rather than getting mocked for wearing specs. But yeah, I realized I couldn't function without them. So I would eventually go back to them. At one point, I had actually accepted that I look good in specs and I've been wearing them for a long time. So it is a part of me. There's no need to hate it. But still, I agreed to it because there was still something left out. I know, not the best thing. It altered my appearance a little. Yeah, it is what it is. Secondly, I kept sketching back to back. When I was sketching, I would intentionally leave some art unfinished so I can get back to it because I hated something that was unfinished. And if it was unfinished, right, I would have a reason to go back to it and finish it. So I would keep going no matter what. What would I sketch? I would just sketch random characters I found on the newspaper. Where did I get the newspaper? In my school, right? Students were given newspaper to enrich their vocabulary and all that things. I didn't use it for that. I used it to draw stuff, and also I used to solve the Sudoku puzzles because I really love it. I'm not good at Sudoku, but I did try my best and I would solve some of them. Anyways, sketching is a habit I picked up randomly and I figured out I'm pretty decent at it. So sometimes nowadays I still continue sketching whenever I feel like it. Thirdly, I wanted to experience a proper friendship in my lifetime. I had seen that other people had friends and how good friendships were. So even I craved a friendship. To be honest, I started having proper friends at the age of 20. Even though I had put the foundation for friendships around like 17, 18-ish. I think during the COVID pandemic is when I was able to connect to people and people were able to connect with me. So we had enough free time to text each other. Also, we had these group projects and stuff. They had no choice. They had to work with me. That's how I have some of my friends now. So why did it take me around 2-3 years to establish a proper friendship when I had already found people I wanted to be friends with? When you start being friends with someone, right, it's not a surface level relationship. You have to try to understand each other. You have to find out what interests you both share to make that bond work. I would say that the friends I have right now are worth the time and effort I have invested in them because I could not have asked for better people. Fourthly, I loved visiting the library and borrowing books to read. I had made it a mission to read as many books as possible and I started living in the bookish world. It was so peaceful because I didn't have to associate myself with people or their judgmental thoughts, anything that would throw me into a spiral. I started looking forward to the days where I could borrow the books, finish them quickly, return them soon, and then I could borrow another book because that was the fun part in my life. The librarian would always give me a warm smile, and that warmth kind of lit a fire in me which kept me going. I don't have any specific authors I read. I just check the summary of the books and start reading them because that's what feels right to me. Fifthly, the love I had for my grandparents kept me going. Every time something bad was going to happen to me or happened to me, my grandparents were somehow there. I don't know how, but they were somehow put in that place. Also, I'm talking about my maternal grandparents. I don't mention my paternal grandparents because I've not really bonded with them that much. My maternal grandmother is an amazing cook, especially the snacks she makes. I just love them. In case my maternal grandmother was sick and she was unable to make any snacks for me, my maternal grandfather would go to the store, he would buy me the best quality snacks and make sure it reaches me. They've never told me directly that they love me, but they always feed me and they make sure I eat a lot, which tells me that they love me a lot. The thing I mostly look forward to is when my grandfather gives me money. It's just a special thing that he always gives me money when I'm leaving. And my grandparents don't discriminate between grandsons or granddaughters. They treat all of us equally, which is what I really love. When I was a child, I used to cry so much when I left their house, but my cousins would make fun of me, so I stopped crying. I can't blame my cousins for making fun of me because back then, right, we all used to make fun of each other for crying and all that. Sixthly, and the bonus reason, is my passion to create content. This is the bridge between why I started living and why I want to continue living. Since 2017, I've always wanted to have a YouTube channel. Thanks to my classmate, I realized you could post videos on YouTube and earn from it. I started my YouTube journey by creating a makeup channel, which I ran with my friend. I didn't really resonate with it and COVID happened, so we had to put it on a pause. Then I started an ASMR channel. I didn't really do much there. I posted one video, not my thing. I dipped. Third channel was my cooking channel. It's still there. I've put it on a pause because I had to travel a lot and I had to work, so I was unable to manage both work and that. And now this is the fourth channel where I want to express myself. Hopefully I find success through this, and I'm feeling like 2026 will be my year. I'm going to go in with a positive attitude and probably manifest some good stuff for myself. Now the first part of the video is done. Let's move on to the 5 reasons I will keep on living. Seventhly, I want to experience the cherry blossom season at least once and preserve at least one flower or petals. I think I've only seen petals fall down. They don't fall down as flowers, but I'll figure it when I go there. While I'm not a fan of flowers, I've always noticed that they turn more beautiful when you preserve them. I want to take at least one picture with me standing in between the cherry blossom trees and the petals falling on me. I also want to play with the petals that fall on the ground because it just sounds so fun. Eighthly, I got to experiment with colorful hair. When I celebrated Holi in 2020, right before the lockdown that too, I was a colorful human being. So when my hair was colored red, it was a little rainbow. I just loved how the colors looked on my hair. I thought to myself, color sounds so good. Maybe I should color my hair one day. If there's one specific color I want to dye my hair, it's that vibrant blue from Coraline. Coraline is my favorite stop motion movie. It traumatized me when I watched it because I was a child, but I really love that movie. My hair has already started graying and I'm actually waiting for it to turn fully grey so I don't have to damage it with bleach and I can just dye it whatever color I want. First, definitely blue, even if it makes me look like a peacock. Ninthly, I want to learn how to do makeup, more like eye makeup, because I'm interested in eyeshadows and have a lot of pans lying back in my house. I'm not good at doing my makeup, you can see that. I'm not rage baiting you. This is actually my second or third time I've done my eyeshadow look. Last year, I took retail therapy too seriously, invested in a few eyeshadow palettes, and because I spent my money on makeup last year, I had decided no more makeup. I am not buying makeup no matter what. 10thly, I want to travel to a few places in the world. Right now there's only 4 places on my bucket list, but I'll definitely be adding more in the future. Whenever I go out, I just love seeing new people, and when you make a conversation with them, you get to know about their life. It just makes my day knowing about someone and knowing that somebody else has done something very nice in their life. It's very fun. You should try it out if you can. 11thly and finally, I would love to indulge in photography. I'm someone who loves clicking pictures of people I love, animals, flowers, the scenery. And whenever I'm sad, I look back at these pictures to see how beautiful the world is. If I keep living, I'll get to see more of these views. I'm not a pro, but my love for making a lot of memories is what makes these photographs special to me. And see, you don't have to be an expert at photography to work the shutter. My videos aren't great, but that doesn't stop me from creating, because I'm creating it for myself. Create something for yourself and you will see how much you enjoy the process. I've listed out why I want to keep going, right? So let me tell you the story of why I started feeling suicidal. Back in 2007, I moved to the city of dreams, or Bengaluru. To me, Bengaluru was the loneliest place filled with people. I struggled to socialize because I constantly kept moving schools, and in my mind I had formed the thought that this is temporary. Even if I make friends, it's not going to last long. Slowly I started filling myself with hate, and it intensified in 2014. These clouds slowly cleared in 2017 when I met my first friend, who also helped me come out of my shell and see how beautiful the world is. And with this newfound confidence, I made a lot of other friends who are still with me, So thanks to my friends and family for being my support when I was feeling very low. These people made me realize a few rotten apples couldn't ruin my bunch. I wore this dress 11 years ago, so wearing this dress again makes me realize I've come a full circle. I've found my closure, and I love myself so much that I don't think trivial things can affect me anymore. If you stumble upon this video, please take it as a reason to continue living. I know it might be hard and a lot of people have a lot of mental issues, but if you've continued living post your trauma, I am very proud of you. And if someone has taken their life, or if you've lost someone you love, I'm sorry for your loss, and rest in peace to whoever couldn't fight the battle because it was too hard for them. I really wish the world could have been a kinder place for you. That's all for today's video. As usual, I have fumbled over words, and if you stay for some time, you can watch the bloopers and laugh out loud. Otherwise, I'll see you next week with a new video. Bye bye. I have been so life that kept me feels meaningless if we keep, not cope. Let me. There was one thing that people would. I just had wasn't a backhand. When I would sketch random. Feel like not. Fourthly, I loved this day. That cherry blossom fall experiment, colorful, vibrant blue from blue. Keep going light.